So once again, good evening, business owners. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm so happy and excited to see you all. So we are going to discuss about market sophistication and market awareness. But today we're going to focus on market sophistication. Let me ask you a quick question. Why is it that two people can sell the exact same product, let's say fabric or perfumes or industrial blender, but one person sells out while the other person will be getting messages, but not sales? The other person will also be posting sold out, success testimonials showing that you're ready. You'll be happy, that excitement, But the other person will be struggling, running out, no sales. Why? The answer lies in how well you understand two powerful concepts in marketing. And these two concepts are market sophistication and market awareness. These two are hidden reasons why customers respond to one business and ignore the other. And in today's class and the next one, we're going to break them down in a practical way and also simple way that you can understand. And that'll be directly useful for your business, so I can start applying it in your business. So I will encourage you to stay tuned in this class. Keep your notes handy. And remember, we'll take questions at the end of this class. So, what is market sophistication? Market sophistication is the level of knowledge or experience your market has on any given topic. What is the level of experience on a particular product that you are selling or the services you are advertising? Does your audience or your potential customer, do they have any experience in it? Market sophistication will help you to understand the level of experience in your product or in your service you want to offer. Let's use an industrial blender as a case study. Is it not true that someone who has bought a blender before, an industrial one, that person be more skeptical and demanding than someone who is yet to buy an industrial blender? And this is because first-time buyers are always curious and excited. They are not using industrial blender, they they want to check it out, to see how it works, how can it help them to blend efficiently. They want to look forward to see it. But as for experienced buyer who has actually gotten one or actually bought one before, this one will have some questions or doubts in their mind, some objection from their past experience of using that blender. So that means this experienced person will be like asking himself, this blender you're advertising, what makes it different from the one I have at home? Is it entirely different from the one I have? What makes it unique? So because he already has one, the person already got some experience about an industrial blender. So they want to know what's different from the one I have. So you can say that a new buyer, an experienced buyer, they have different objections and they have the various experiences. So market sophistication will help you to know how you can actually communicate your marketing message so that it be appealing to different users. And that way, somebody who has not had experience before or to someone who has an experience in your product that you are selling. So market sophistication is very important to help you to know how to craft out your message that will make your audience with nothing in their head as they are reading it or listening to your ad video. So because a customer wants to see what is that in your product that will make it unique for them to buy. And this is where most business owners are making this mistake today, because they are using the same kind of message to sell every product they are selling. They are using the same simple messaging. They don't check what stage of sophistication the product they want to sell is, what is the level of awareness or the level of sophistication that product is. They don't know about that one. That is why in every of their product they are selling, they're only using simple marketing messaging. What do I mean by simple marketing messaging? If you go to Facebook right now, as I'm speaking with you, go to Facebook and start scrolling many ads. Maybe you search for blenders or you search for bags, search for shoes. What kind of content, how would your ad be like? For someone that are selling bag or shoe, let's use shoe as a case study. You might see something like shop premium bags and shoes at affordable prices. Get 15% off when you order 2 or more. We offer free shipping and payment on delivery. That's your simple marketing message. The person is only telling the audience that is actually selling the bag. There is nothing in that message that makes it unique. But that bag that she or she is selling is not a new product. A bag is something that almost every family has, but is using a simple marketing message. Will that be enough to convince people to buy? We are going to find out. So, in this class, we are going to discuss the 5 levels of market sophistication. When we talk about market sophistication, we are talking about the unaware markets, the product awareness, the competitive awareness, the feature saturation, and the sophisticated market. This idea was developed by Eugene Schwartz. Eugene Schwartz, one of the greatest copywriters of his own time. In fact, as I'm speaking with you, he has one of the most expensive books that is being sold in Amazon. Eugene Schwartz was able to develop these 5 levels of market sophistication. So even though the book is very old, it's still very timely. But in this class, we are actually going to help you to see the new way you can start using these 5 levels of market sophistication. I'm going to give the modern explanation of these 5 stages that is being updated to today's market realities. So let's begin with these 5 levels of market sophistication. The first one we're going to discuss is the unaware markets. These unaware markets, what is it really talking about? It means that the market does not know much about the product that you want to sell. It's just like a virgin product. So you are the first person to actually market this particular virgin product. The market has not seen this type of content before, the type of product before, the type of service before. So potential customer may not even understand or recognize a problem that the product solves. That is the pain point of that product. They don't understand it. Also, the innovation is enough to actually capture these markets. So for this unaware market, it is entirely new. You are the first person to introduce the product in the market, or the first person to introduce that service in the market. When we talk about this, we can give examples like iPhone, or like in 2007, Steve Jobs was able to actually produce a first Android phone. And this first Android phone was an iPhone. During that time, the kind of phone we had that time was BlackBerry, Nokia, Motorola. But at 2007, Steve Jobs was able to produce an Android phone. And that Android phone was able to dominate the market. So that as at then, Android phone, it was the first person to introduce Android phone in the market. So what kind of messaging do you think this person will use? It's just a direct messaging. Just to describe what Android phone is all about. That is enough to move people to actually buy this phone. Because they have not, as at this point, there is no skepticism. People are not skeptical about anything. It's just a simple message will be able to hit the nail on the head. For instance, too, let's talk about solar light. Years ago, there was nothing like solar light in Nigeria. But just by the first person, I was able to introduce solar light in the Nigerian markets. So what kind of messaging will he use? A simple messaging, because that kind of product has never existed in Nigerian market before. Another thing too, when it comes to service, is like Uber. Before, if you want to actually go to a place, it's either enter Danfo or you pick a taxi. But right now, it can be at the comfort of your own and book a ride. Those things were not existing before, not until Uber came into existence. So Uber was the person to introduce that kind of service. So all these are virgin products or services. So it is found in unaware markets. So as a business owner you are, or as an entrepreneur, how will you be able to conquer this type of market? How will you be able to present your product or your service so that people who see will be able to buy? The first thing you have to do is to introduce the product and its basic benefits. What is the product basic benefits? Discuss the benefits of that product to users. Let them understand how the product works. What are the details of that product? Discuss it. The other thing is awareness creation. Educate the audience about the problem and how the product solves the problem. Because they will want to know this product that you brought out in the market, how can it solve my problem? So when you help them to see how this product can solve your problem, you actually help them to develop their interest, capture their interest to buy that product. Then the next thing you have to do is a simple messaging. Use clear, straightforward language to explain the product purpose because it's a new product in the market. So that is all about unaware market sophistication. Now let's talk about the second level, which is product awareness. Product awareness. From the term product awareness means people are already aware of the product. So this is level 2, market sophistication. So at this stage, the market is aware of the product and its basic benefits. Consumers, they already have some knowledge of how the product works. It's not new. When the product was developed as a new product that is under an unaware market, it was only the person that producer was advertising it. But right now, other competitors are actually advertising that same product. People are beginning to buy from the producer and begin to sell to consumers. So meaning that when you go online, or maybe you'll be able to see a product that has many sellers actually selling it. So people already are aware of the products. People are introducing it, they will go. But in this stage too, it is not yet competitive. So the competitive level is not much because people do not really know much of the people who are selling it, but they know that this product is the only one that is selling it. So at this level of the market, consumer has some knowledge of how the product works, and there are more competitors. So you need to make bigger claims and give strong offers. But it is not yet competitive, whereby everybody that will be product, every city go, you already see the product, every market no. But it is still competitive because there are competitors who are advertising that product. So at this stage, the market has just moved past the first introduction of the product. People are no longer shocked or surprised about the product's existence. So what can you do as a business owner for you to be able to actually communicate your marketing message to people if you are about to buy this type of product in this level of marketing? The first thing you have to do is the customer mindset. You have to actually understand the kind of questions people will be able to ask. You have to understand the kind of question they will ask, like, how does it last longer? Is the product reliable? Will this product give me more value for money they are paying? Before people are able to commit their money, they want to see that the product they are buying, they will actually see that the value of the product they are buying worth more than the money they are paying. So what you can do is that you need built-in information. So you need to provide more detailed information about the product features. So you don't just stating the product feature like in level 1. Rather, you have to go beyond the features to discuss more. You have to explain how it works. You need to explain how the product functions and delivers its benefits. Also, you have to discuss ways you can actually make your customers to trust you. How? Someone must have bought from you before, so there will be a testimonials and case study to build credibility. So this type of market, you have to use testimonials for people to see that people are actually buying your products. In that way, it will move them to trust you. Now, let's talk about level 3 markets, which is competitive awareness. Competitive awareness. So at this stage, the market has matured even more. Customers have seen many products and they are heard about all the big promises. This time around, it's not where somebody will just come and say the features of that product, use a simple marketing message. No. If you're using a simple marketing message for this kind of products, your ad will not do well because people already know about it. You're not the person to talk about it. There are many competitors in this market. So people now compel their doubts and they are going to demand proof. How does it work? Are you really sure it works? If I buy the product, I hope it will be the same. The way you describe it in your video or in your image, will it be the same thing? So people want to know more about it. So they want to see clearly what makes this product very unique. So in this level of marketing, what do you need to do? You need to actually develop marketing strategies like differentiation. You need to highlight what makes your product unique compared to competitors. What is that makes the product unique? Because there are various competitors who are selling that product. But what is that makes your own product unique? Your own offer, or your own offer that make your own offer unique, so that people can actually choose you ahead of other competitors. So in this case, you actually create a competitive advantage over others. The next point is unique selling proposition. So you have to emphasize the unique features or superior benefits of your products. It's not just about you knowing, okay, certain what makes unique, rather how, given in that way that that product is your offer is very unique compared to what others are offering. So the next point is comparative advertising. Show comparisons to demonstrate advantages over other products. So just like I said, help people to see that your own offer has a better competitive advantage over others. If you understand the competitive advantage, the competitive awareness marketing strategy, you'll be able to create a very good ad copy that will do well. And right now, as I'm speaking, I want to start thinking, what product are you selling? Are you selling fabric materials? Are you selling perfume? Are you selling blenders? Are you selling the electrical appliances, electrical products? You ask yourself, do people know about the products you are selling? Is it the product you are selling? Is it inside unaware markets? That means unaware market means that you are the first person to introduce that product in the market. Is it under product awareness, whereby there are no much competitors? In this stage, there are few competitors, but people are already seeing the product, so they want to see. They want to tell them more features, more benefits that a product will solve for them. Now, or is it that your product are selling is very competitive? That when you go online, you scroll around, you see that there are many people advertising that same product that you're actually selling. So in this way, you understand that your messaging should be different. You need to understand that the message you're going to use should actually be able to make people to see that the product has great unique over what, your own offer has a unique selling proposition over others. Let them see why your own offer is special. You have to enable them to visualize it. Two people might have a product they are selling, but that same two people, one person might be able to emphasize or help the audience to understand that this product has a greater advantage for them than the other person emphasizing it. So it is your own job as a marketer, as a business owner, to enable your own audience, your buyers, to see that what you want to give them has a greater advantage than beyond what they can see. So think of how can this product be able to benefit them. By the time a consumer sees how the product to benefit them, that will move them to bring out their money and buy your products. So they want to see that greater advantage that your product has for them. So if your market or your product you are selling is under competitive awareness stage, that means you have to do more. Not just come and tell us that you are selling blender, you are selling a laptop, I'm selling laptop, HP laptop, so and so. I give you quality laptop, I offer free shipping on delivery. If you are still doing that, your ad will never do well. Because whatever that product, that laptop you are selling, the electrical appliances you are selling is not a new product. So if you only use a simple marketing message, your ad will not do well. Now, let's talk about stage 4, which is feature saturation. At the feature saturation, at this point, the market is already crowded and noisy. Customers are seeing every feature, every promise, and every mechanism. In fact, they are tired. You're not the first person advertising it. So many people are also saying the same thing. They have seen a lot of ads concerning that particular product. If at this point, people are skeptical and they are even overwhelmed with so much information on this particular product. Is your product in this category? So think the product you are selling, the services you are offering to people under feature saturation, what do you need to do? There are things you need to do. One is that you need to actually get an innovation. You need to introduce a new mechanism or unique approach. What is that unique mechanism that you develop that will make your own offer so much different from what others are saying? So you have to use a better way to create your ad. In our last video, we talked about using the emotions, talk about those things. You have to actually look at how can you help people to actually visualize, to feel, in fact, for them to be able to have the experience of using that product even in their mind. how can you help them to create a scenario that they can have the experience of using that product in their mind? So you have to produce this unique mechanism. If you saying that your product has solved a particular problem, how does it solve it? Don't just say that your product solves this problem, right? How? What is that unique mechanism? How does it solve that problem? Tell them how your product solves that problem. If you're able to tell how it solves that problem, why not? Your ad will do well. Let's say, for instance, you are selling something about slimming tea, and you know that people are also selling things about slimming tea. So what will you do? You just come and say, um, buy this product. It will help you to slim down within 2 weeks, and you will enjoy using it. In fact, the product is one of the best products you can see in the market. And once you start using, begin to see results immediately. If you're using that kind of messaging, it will not work. You could have just like a simple marketing message. Rather, first question you need to ask yourself is, what is that feature that is in that product that is making people to slim down? So tell them how it accomplishes it. How can that product help someone to slim down in a person's body? What are the mechanisms? What are the processes the product will have to pass through in someone's body that will enable the person to actually slim down? If you actually help them to understand this in this context, they will clearly understand and say, oh, wow. If people begin to trust you that, yes, that you are experienced in your field, you understand this product very well, and now help them to build trust. They will have that confidence that what you want to give them will actually benefit them. So if you understand that, it will help you to create an ad copy that will actually be good and actually bring in buyers for you. So your marketing message must innovate people by presenting new mechanism or unique way the product delivers its benefits. So it goes beyond features, rather to deeper benefits or entirely new approach to solve that problem. If you are selling solar products, you don't just tell them that these solar products, if you buy solar, you'll be having light in your houses. In fact, you have 24/7 light, you enjoy it, no more darkness. Even when the power goes off, you're enjoying light. Let them know, how is it possible? People don't even know. How can it be possible that you can have solar light and I have solar in your house and be having light 24/7? Let them know that how the panels actually absorb the current from the sun, absorb the voltage from the sun, that as it absorbs it from the panel, it transfers the voltage right to the battery. It charges the battery. From the battery, the current is being converted through the inverter so that the light actually benefit those in the house. So if you have them to see the unique mechanism, a way how to accomplish that, people will be able to see, yes, they'll be able to understand it, and that can help them to trust you. So let's talk about level 5 market sophistication, which is market saturation. Market saturation. At this stage, the market is extremely crowded. They are skeptical and they are tired. In fact, customers are seeing every feature of that product. You have heard about every promise. They have been exposed to multiple mechanisms. They have been pitched with emotional benefits too. So it's not a new product. In fact, they have seen so many of that products. Is your product in this level? So if your product is in this level, you have to do extra work. You really have to do extra work. Don't just come and tell them this is a simple marketing message other people are doing. No, you have to do extra work for you to actually sell that product. Because people are actually seeing this product so many times. So people are actually marketing these products. It's everywhere in the streets, every houses, they have these products. But how can you still sell it? If you know how to sell that kind of products, you'll be able to make good sales. Now, how can you do this? The market strategy you're going to is that you have to provide ultimate benefits. You have to focus on a product's ultimate benefits or the transformative impact. So what is this benefits that this product will provide for them? They score the benefit very well. Help them to see that the benefits you are even discussing, some of them might not have seen it in various ads. So you are helping them to see the benefit in a very different perspective that they have not imagined before. So when you begin to discuss that, they can actually resonate with what you're saying. Now, the second thing is the new concepts. The more sophisticated the market is, the more indirect the message should be to introduce a new concept or ways of thinking and deliver the message indirectly. So that means you're not using a direct messaging. is going to be an indirect marketing message. So use an indirect marketing message to help them in the way that when by the time they start listening to the video, they don't even know what you're talking about. They'll be like, what's this man saying? But because what you are saying is interesting, they want to listen to you. They want to listen to you, be listening to what you are saying. In fact, they will listen to you, hook their in, capture their interest. You'll be saying things that will fully motivate them. If by the time they must have watched the video to 1 minute, that's when they now discover, oh, this is what you are selling. And by that time, what do you think has happened? You have actually captured their interest. You have made them to start trusting you that they need to buy it from you. I must tell you the truth. If you can tap it into people's emotions and desires, no matter what you sell, you make good sales. You can say things that will make them to be like, wow, I love this. Wow, this is good. People will start commenting online and start talking about things. How excited they are with what you are saying. They will actually give you the money. Even those who do not even need that product, because of how you presented it, they can actually buy it from you. So you have to use an indirect messaging to hook them. Then the third point is emotional psychological resonance. Create a compelling narrative that connects emotionally and psychologically with the audience. So help them to see that whatever you are selling is beneficial for them. So connect with them emotionally. Discuss with them. In one of the classes, we're going to discuss various emotions you can use in your ad. The positive emotions, the negative emotions that you can use to actually capture their interest, to cue them, to make them know that, wow, I love this. I want to go for this. So why are we discussing market sophistication? Because if you are selling a product that is in level 3 markets and you are using a level 1 marketing message, you will not make sales. If your product you are selling is a level 5 and you're using level 2 marketing message, you will not make any sales. So that means I expect you to actually think the product that I'm selling that I want to sell, what level of market saturation is it? So right now we have actually discussed market sophistication, and we are seeing that not all customers are the same. That people have various experiences when it comes to a product. Somebody who has not used a smartphone before, and the person who has actually used a smartphone, they have various level of experiences. The one who has used a smartphone before, we have various questions we want to ask. The person will be more skeptical. And we have some objections. But the other one who is used to, maybe has not actually used a smartphone before, if you don't like, you'll be so curious to get a smartphone. So we have to actually look at how we can ask ourselves, the product we are selling, what level of market sophistication is it? So is it that people are new to it? But I want to let you know that when it comes to one-hour market, you are not there unless you are a producer and maybe you actually produce something entirely new nobody has seen before. If that's the case, then you are good to go. But after that, the next point we discuss, the next level of market sophistication we discuss was product awareness. Product awareness is where people already know about the products, so they are competitors, but the product is not completely saturated. So meaning that people already know about the product. You don't just use a simple marketing message. You have to actually discuss about all the benefits that product will provide for people. What are the pain points that the product can solve? What are the kind of people are facing that product can solve for them? You have to discuss that. Then the next point is that you have to also need to discuss, you need to know is level 3 market is competitive awareness. You have to understand what is the awareness, competitive markets, what is this marketing strategy? People already know when it comes to competitive marketing strategy. In this case, that product is already competitive. The product is already competitive, not a new product. And there are many competitors, that is what is called competitive. There are many competitors who are selling that product. So market people, audience are actually seeing that product very well. They are not, it is not a new product. So in this aspect, you have to actually know that your marketing message should be different. You need to use a very good marketing message that will highlight what makes your product unique compared to competitors. You need to get the unique selling propositions. That is emphasizing the unique features or superior benefits of your products. Then you also have to get a comparative advertising that will show comparison to demonstrate the advantages of your products over others. So the next level of market sophistication we discuss was feature saturation. Because at this point, the market is very crowded. This is not product awareness. This is not competitive marketing. Rather, it is feature saturation. So the product is already saturated. They already crowded. I've seen so many messages in that product. They have seen every feature, every promise, and every mechanism. They are even tired. They are skeptical, and sometimes they are even overwhelmed. So in this type of market sophistication, you need to know that your messaging should be something that is very convincing. How? You have to introduce a new mechanism. You don't have to say things where every other person is saying it. So think about a unique mechanism, a unique approach that you're going to use to actually market your products or your services you're offering to people. So think about the deeper benefits your product or service provide for them. And not just the deeper benefit, but the outcomes. But the time they begin to use that product or or services you're offering to them, what would they want to achieve? What would be their goals? What would they want to achieve? So the outcome, the result they will get from actually using that product. So the next point, the creative messaging. You just all need to understand that your marketing message must innovate by presenting a new mechanism or unique way that a product delivers its benefits. So if you understand these aspects, it will help your marketing to be good. Then, when the next marketing sophistication we're going to discuss is market saturation. At this stage, the market is extremely crowded. They are skeptical. They are tired. They are tired. Customers have seen every product of this kind. They have seen every promise, so many mechanisms, so many how can different ways to accomplish this. So they are the fact there's nothing you will say that many people have not said before. But in this type of market, your product in this type of market, you still have to find a way to market it. How? What you can do is that you have to provide ultimate benefits. Ultimate, that is complete benefits. Help them to help people to see the ultimate benefits or the transformative effects the product will have for them. And also use a new concept. Because the more sophisticated the market is, the more indirect messaging you're going to use. Use indirect messaging for your ad. So that's when I was saying that if you want to do something like this, you shouldn't just say talk about how the product works. You need to make sure to accomplish this, you can accomplish that, the feature, the benefits. You can start your ad by in a way people like they don't even understand what you want to say. It will be as if you are creating a content. It will be as if you are creating a content. You can start saying things that does not even relate to the product. Then at the end, you not direct it so that, but that time you already put the end, you have already captured them. So that means you are using an indirect marketing message. So you can also make your messaging to be emotional, psychological. So create a compelling narrative that will connect emotionally and psychologically with the audience. So if you understand these 5 levels of market sophistication, it will help you to create a very good ad copy that will make your audience, that will move them to actually buy the product that you want to sell. So you need to understand how you can actually create a very good ad copy if your product is any of these marketing message. So with this, we've come to the end of today's class.